Good evening, everybody. My name is Karli Barnett. Thank you so much for joining us here at the First Alert Desk. We want to go ahead and give you a look at some of the stories that we have been following on your Saturday. Hopefully, everybody's had a nice start to their weekend so far. We did want to give you an update ahead of our newscast tonight. Our Fierce newscast is going to be tonight at 10, and then we will have another newscast at 11. All right, my IFB is giving me problems, so I'm just going to go ahead and unplug from this. That'll be a lot easier. All right, so we want to let you know some of the things that our reporters are working on. And one of these stories, you may have been stuck in this traffic. We do have a very sad update that we have to report on this accident. You can see this is I-285 here. Two semi-truck drivers were killed in a crash that shut down I-285 northbound. This is at Cascade Road for several hours. This news according to the South Fulton Police Department. Two drivers died at the scene of that crash. The names of these drivers have not yet been released. It started around 8:15 this morning, the shutdown. The Georgia Department of Transportation said at the time traffic was being diverted to use exit 7 instead. The road reopened by 3 p.m., but if you were caught in that today, you know that it was definitely a lengthy ordeal. The investigation into what exactly caused that crash is still ongoing. So what we do know is two semi-truck drivers were killed. This happened at I-285 northbound at Cascade Road. This is according to the South Fulton Police Department. So we're hoping to get more answers again on the exact cause or what may have taken place here earlier today that resulted in traffic being backed up for several hours. All right, taking you back out here now. Here is something that you may want to know about. It's a little late tonight, but it will be something that you can keep in mind for tomorrow. It is National Pet Adoption Weekend. Who knew? I didn't know. But there are several different Metro Atlanta organizations that are taking part in this. And one of those is Best Friends Animal Society. They are waiving their adoption fees this weekend. Same with Lifeline Animal Project, Paws Atlanta, Lumpkin County Animal Shelter. At Lifeline, they're not waived, but the fees are $25 this weekend. They are waived at Paws Atlanta. And then the Lumpkin County Animal Shelter is offering $50 dog adoptions and $25 cat adoptions. Good Muse Animal Foundation, they have a $25 stipend that they are offering for every cat and kitten adopted this weekend. Planned Pethood of Georgia, you can get 2 cats there for the price of 1 as long as the cats are more than 4 months old. And there is the Humane Society of Northeast Georgia, where cat and dog adoption fees are 50% off this weekend. So I know I threw a lot of information at you there, but we have a full article about this on atlantanewsfirst.com. You can go and check out more. You can see the organization that is closest to you and see what deal they are offering for National Pet Adoption this weekend. If you've been thinking about bringing home a furry friend, this is a great time in order to do that. So like I said, there's a number of different Metro Atlanta organizations that are taking part, and some are waiving their adoption fees, some have discounted adoption fees, and others are offering 2-for-1 specials, if you will. So really nice to see that they're trying to get all these pets adopted. And here at Atlanta News First, we have reported on basically many of these shelters being in crisis, essentially because of how overcrowded they are. And this is just one way that we can help ease the burden on our local animal shelters that are doing so much good work in the community. All right. Going to take you back out here now. Many of you may be taking part in Music Midtown, or you know somebody who is, you're in town for it. Definitely a huge event every single year. That is running through tomorrow. It's at Piedmont Park. I believe we have a story that we did for the start of Music Midtown. I'm going to play that for you, so we'll kind of take a step back before we go forward. And then in just a second, First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin is going to give you your Music Midtown forecast, and really just the rest of your weekend forecast.
Music Midtown is back. Woo! And people lined up early at the gates of Piedmont Park Friday night to kick off the 3-day music fest.
Out ready to have some fun. I'm here to experience the different cultures that they have, the different stages, and I'm just so excited to meet new people.
Sunday night, Guns N' Roses will close out the festival. A band Mark Butler is looking forward to seeing live for the first time in his life.
Axl Rose is going to be there, Slash is going to be there. You can't ask for more.
If you're heading to Music Midtown this weekend, remember 10th Street is closed to vehicle traffic between Monroe Drive and the Rainbow Crosswalks at Piedmont Avenue. There's limited parking too, so officials are encouraging concert goers to take MARTA or a ride share.
We actually got a good parking spot, so we got lucky.
Small bags are allowed inside the park, but everyone must go through a security screening before heading inside to hear the music.
Everybody's just so happy and having a good time here in my Midtown, and I love to see people here.
Trying to enjoy the vibe, that's it, just enjoy life basically.
Chelsea Bime for Atlanta News First.
Always such a fun event. I have been before. It's a good time. Music Midtown, again, it's going to run through tomorrow. It's going until 11 o'clock tonight, and then keep in mind tomorrow it picks up again at 11 a.m. and runs until 11 p.m. Now, we have seen some people braving the rain, braving the muddy conditions it creates, all for the sake of listening to their favorite artist. We're going to take you outside now because First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin wants to give you a look. If you are heading out for Music Midtown or really doing anything else for your Sunday, Cutter, we want to know what we can expect.
And we do have a little bit more rain and thunderstorm activity to get through. It's not going to be a one-and-done sort of storm system this weekend. So a little bit more moisture to get through, but not quite done. But then we have good news as we get into tomorrow, the pivotal hours of folks getting outside, after 8 a.m. or so. I think we're going to see some pretty quick improvement across not just Metro Atlanta, but really much all of North Georgia as we get into tomorrow. So again, there is good news in that forecast. Thank you for tuning in and for watching. I'm First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin here to give you a check of the forecast on ANF Plus. Streaming to you live right now, YouTube, Atlanta News First. That's the account to like and to follow. If you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, I actually have the YouTube stream up right now, monitoring that. So we'll be looking out for comments. And if you have any weather questions, you need clarification on the forecast, just Atlanta News First on YouTube. That's the place to navigate to. But we're also streaming at atlantanewsfirst.com in the First Alert weather app and Atlanta News First app as well. Going to open up weather graphics this evening and walk you through the forecast, beginning with what is happening right now. And we do have a little bit of moisture out there, though drier than it was earlier. I would say rain chances remain fairly spotty here for the next couple of hours, and then they will ramp up as we get into the mid, kind of late evening hours and then the wee hours of our Sunday morning. So again, right now, that's a look at radar scan there over the past 30 minutes. So what is happening now and then what has been happening over the past 30 minutes. That's what you're looking at the moment. And rain, showers, and thunderstorms forecast to return tonight in the First Alert forecast. We have a front approaching the region, helping to ignite some new showers and thunderstorms. And that is what you see flaring up here across portions of Alabama, Birmingham right now, I-20 corridor moving towards Anniston, and perhaps western portions of the area over the next several hours. In fact, I can put a pause on this and we'll time out the arrival of showers and thunderstorms moving off to the east. And again, if they hold together, maybe the next 3.5 hours they'll push into our area, perhaps Villa Rica getting close to midnight. But we may see that particular band of showers and thunderstorms weaken here over the next couple of hours, nonetheless expecting more to redevelop as we get into the wee hours of our Sunday morning. And on that note, we'll take you hour by hour. Risk of severe weather tonight is very low. That's the good news. Rain and thunder could wake a few up, but the good news is that severe weather remains unlikely here across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. 1 or 2 storms could become strong overnight, maybe some gustier winds and some small hail, but again, the risk of severe weather, organized severe weather overall, remains pretty low. We are not outlooked for severe weather here in North Georgia and Metro Atlanta, and that is good news. Even if the thunder does wake you up tonight, at least you have that going for you, just knowing that the ingredient's not really there for intense or widespread severe weather. Again, back to the hour-by-hour forecast. Forecast model doing a decent job picking up storms across Alabama. Notice how they push off to the east. New showers and thunderstorms develop as we get into the midnight 1 to 3 a.m. time frame. Not everyone is going to get poured on tonight. Nonetheless, you see a good coverage of showers and thunderstorms. This model kind of targeting areas north of I-20. Previous data, though, included the city of Atlanta and folks further south in tonight's round of rain and thunder. Just know that there is a better than 50-50 shot that you're going to have some rain overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Here we are at 10 a.m. Still a few showers and thunderstorms well south and east of the city of Atlanta. Dry in town, I think mainly after 8 a.m. And then increasingly sunny as we get into the afternoon, and that'll allow temperatures to warm up, but not all that much. Cooler, drier air filtering into North Georgia, Metro Atlanta as we get into our Sunday afternoon. So despite the sunshine, temperatures still fairly comfortable and with low humidity. So it's going to be a nice one out there, with breezy winds, lower humidity, dropping humidity, and temperatures in the 70s and lower 80s across much of the area as we get into tomorrow afternoon and early evening. And I want to remind you, if you do have any outdoor plans early tomorrow morning, maybe you want to wake up early on your Sunday, get that run in maybe 6:30 in the morning before you have your busy Sunday plans. There will still be some rain around the area. You can check out the forecast, see where it's raining at any given place, at any given time, I should say, and get the latest forecast with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi tomorrow morning. You can get that in the First Alert weather app. Don't even have to leave your bed. Just click Watch Live in the app. And if you don't have the app, just search Atlanta News First or First Alert Weather in your app or Google Play Store. It's a quick, easy, and free download, and it'll be a useful tool tomorrow. And again, we'll bring you past tomorrow's forecast deeper into the coming work week, and let's take a look at morning low temperatures. So some really nice mornings, very pleasant, refreshing stuff on the way as we get into next work week. Temperatures in the 50s in the city of Atlanta, a distinct possibility. We'll be close to it as we get into the Tuesday and Wednesday morning time frame especially. But notice Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no morning forecast to be warmer than 70. In fact, most mornings in the low to mid 60s. Some new data coming in this evening may tweak that forecast just a little bit as we get into the late newscast. I want to remind you, Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate at 10 p.m. And then we're back on WANF, Atlanta News First at 11 p.m. Hopefully on time tonight, though, with football going on CBS. Could go on just a little bit late. We'll let you know on Peachtree TV if we're going on late on WANF. But again, full forecast always at your fingertips, AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in the First Alert weather app. Hope you have a great evening here and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Courtney Jacobazzi live tomorrow morning after our late evening newscasts. And we'll keep you covered in the First Alert weather app through the rest of this weekend. A few more showers and storms tonight, and then the return of nicer weather as we get into tomorrow afternoon.